Sandrine, GAUTHIER and Quentin, THIEREN, a rhythm dance choreographed by Marie-France Debreu, and a team that won the Quebec Summer Championships. Sandrine, GAUTHIER and Quentin, THIEREN. And we were just acknowledging, obviously, there were mistakes within this rhythm dance for the team, but it's important to acknowledge that they suffered a concussion at the end of June, which prevented them competing at the Next Gen camp. And they're following the concussion protocol and being eased back into training, so they haven't had the 100% intensity that they would have liked, and they only started to do run-throughs a couple of weeks ago, which, knowing that, perhaps paves the way for understanding why one of the later elements was more of a struggle for this team. But outside of that, I actually thought the program was really good, and I think the team has improved. Just mistakes are mistakes, and in the ice dance competition.
Oh, the mistakes, it's fine. You know, that element, the twizzle, which is usually closer to the beginning of the program, is a little bit later, but they haven't had the time to train it.
I thought that was great.
Yeah, it's going to be fine. This is a strong team that had not as much time to prepare in an era. It's okay.
And they definitely, they are a strong team. They're one of the teams that are exploiting some of the age change restrictions or open up age limits this season. Now, both the man and woman can be up to 21 years of age in the junior competition. That was so cool. Just the use of the heel, and it's one of the things that I admire so much about I Am and Marie-France Debreu, the choreographer here. When they choreograph for so many different teams, to still be able to find some nuances and originalities, like the opening of this program, I thought, oh, I've not seen that before, but you can just see the collision.
Yeah, they just drifted toward each other.
And that, you know, arguably could be because they just haven't had the mileage. And then add into that a little bit of extra adrenaline and nervousness under the performance of competition. And mistakes somewhat inevitable to some extent, but despite the mistakes, you can see this team has massive quality. Just will they be able to stay in contention to return to the podium, which they did here 2 years ago?
It's one of the good things about the Junior Grand Prix. The fact is it is early in the season, so it's, even though you might be going for the final, whatever the case may be, you need to get out and compete, because that just gets you into the competitive mode. You can train all you want, you need to learn to compete. So you've got to get out. Maybe it's a little ahead of time here for this team because they're just recovering from that concussion, but that's okay. They're here, gaining the experience, getting the mileage.
And actually, to me, remembering them here 2 years ago, to make that direct comparison with my memories of 2 years ago, they have improved significantly, and that's what we talked about when we're talking about like the basic stroking or the fundamental skating skill. Like, they're fundamentally better skaters. Just
I just admire the fact that you have a memory of 2 years ago. That's pretty awesome. 56.59 for Sandrine and Quentin, and that'll put them currently in the 4th place. They're within range for sure, and they'll have a better skate in the free program